Hello, everyone. Say hello to the panda. Hi, panda. Okay, grade twos. Today we are going to learn about measurement. Now, what is measurement? Can you remember from your booklets? So there are lots of things that we can measure. When we measure something, we find out how long something is, how heavy something is, how tall something is, how much weight something has. There are lots of things that we can measure. Here we have time. We can measure time. We can measure height. Height is how tall we are. We can measure temperature. Temperature is how hot something is. We can measure weight using a scale like this one. And we can measure length, how long something is. Now, today we are going to focus on length. So we're going to learn about how we measure the length of different objects using a ruler. Are you ready? Okay, let's recap. Do you remember we spoke about length in centimeters? Now, we use a ruler like this one that we have in school. We use a ruler to help us measure the length of an object. The length from the 0 mark here to the 1 mark here is 1 centimeter. So we can also say that it is 1 cm long. Cm means centimeter. So let's revise. Do you remember what is a centimeter? Here's a little video to help us remember.
What is a centimetre? A centimetre is a unit of length. We can measure centimetres using a ruler like this. We write 1 centimetre as 1 cm. The paperclip is about 1 centimetre wide. The ant is shorter than 1 centimetre. The jelly bean is longer than 1 centimetre.
Okay, so now we know what is a centimeter. Now we can measure objects like this pencil. How long is this pencil? We start at 0 and we follow along our ruler, and we can see the pencil ends at 9. So the pencil is 9 centimeters long. Or we can say the pencil is 9 centimeters long. How about the screw? We start at 0 and we count all the way along the ruler and we reach approximately 5. So we can say the screw is 5 centimeters long, or the pencil is 5 cm long. How about measuring other objects using centimeters? Let's have a look at this video.
Measure the length of each object in centimeters. Let's measure the length of the paperclip. Align one end of the paperclip to the 0 mark on the ruler. The paperclip is 3 centimeters long. The paint is 7 centimeters long. The eraser is 5 centimeters long. The glue stick is 7 centimeters long. The pencil is 10 centimeters long.
So that grade 2's was measuring length in centimeters. Now we're going to measure length in meters. Now, when we have objects that are longer than a school ruler, we use an even longer ruler, like this one. This ruler is called a meter ruler. We can say the ruler is 1 meter long, or 1 m. M is for meter. Now, if you look closely, you will notice these numbers. These are actually centimeters. So this is 10 centimeter, 20 centimeters. So how long is our meter ruler? That's right, it is 100 centimeters. So we can say there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So if we remember our school ruler is only this big, and a meter ruler is this long. Now, if you stand next to a meter ruler, like this boy, you will probably be more than 1 meter, or maybe just about 1 meter. So this is how you can tell what 1 meter is. Okay, to help us understand more about what is a meter, I have another little video for you. Listen carefully.
What is a metre? A metre is a unit of length. We can measure meters using a ruler like this. This ruler has a length of 1 metre. We can write 1 metre as 1 m. The plant is about 1 metre tall. The girl is taller than 1 metre. The bicycle is shorter than 1 metre.
Okay. So now that we know what is a meter, let's look at Jess. Jess, as you can see, is about the same height as the 1 meter ruler. So we can say she is about 1 meter tall. How about the stool or the chair? This chair is shorter than the meter ruler. So we can say it is less than 1 meter tall. And what about Jess's teacher? The teacher is taller than the meter ruler. So we can say she is more than 1 meter tall. So we have 1 meter, less than 1 meter, and more than 1 meter. Now, grade 2s, here is a worksheet from your workbooks. Now, let's look at it together. The first question says, look at each of the objects below and estimate if it is more than 1 meter or less than 1 meter. And then you should take a ruler and check to find out the answer. So here's a little picture to help you remember what is 1 meter. Now, look at your hand. Do you think your hand is more than 1 meter or less than 1 meter? Yes, I think so too. I think my hand is less than 1 meter. Now, I've taken a ruler and I've measured my hand. And the answer is my hand is 17 centimeters. So it is less than 1 meter. So we're correct. How about your height? How tall are you? Do you think you are more than 1 meter, like this boy, or less than 1 meter? Now, I think I am more than 1 meter. Now, I've measured my height, and Miss Nisa is actually 161 centimeters. Now that sounds like a lot, yeah? But actually I am 1 meter, so 1 ruler, plus 61 centimeters. So a little bit more than the 1 meter ruler. Maybe up here. And you're going to measure your height and ask mum and dad to help you and see what your height is. How about your foot? And how about the whiteboard like the one we have in our classroom? What do you think it is? More than 1 meter or less than 1 meter? And you can check using your ruler or a measuring tape if you have one. Okay, we have another worksheet. In this worksheet, we're also talking about more than or less than, but we're going to write the word. So let's look at the shoe. Is this shoe more than 1 meter or less than 1 meter? That's right. The shoe is less than 1 meter long. As you can see, the shoe is less than this meter ruler. How about this boy's shadow? Do you remember what's a shadow from our science lesson? Is the boy's shadow more than 2 meters long? Here are 2 meters. Is it more than or less than 2 meters long? That's right. It is less than 2 meters. His shadow is 1 meter and a little bit more, but it is not more than 2 meters. And you can do these 2 questions on your own. Okay, grade 2s. What about measuring objects using meters? Let's have a look at how we can measure objects using meter rulers.
Measuring in meters. Both of these rulers are 1 meter long. Measure the length of each object in meters. Let's measure the length of the bed by placing 1 meter rulers end to end. 1, 2. The bed is about 2 meters long. 2 meters. Measure the length of the sofa. The sofa is about 3 meters long. 3 meters. Measure the length of the drawers. The drawers are about 1 meter long. 1 meter. Measure the length of the truck. The truck is about 5 meters long. 5 meters.
Okay, now that you know how to measure objects using meters, you can try to do this worksheet. Look at the papaya tree and count how many meters is this tree. How about the pond? How many meter rulers is this pond? Okay, grade 2. So today we learned about centimeters and meters. So now you're going to be able to do the last page of your worksheet. And this page has centimeters and meters. Let's do some together. A school building is 25 centimeters or meters tall. Do you think a school building is centimeters or meters? Remember, centimeters are smaller and meters are taller or longer. That's right. So a school building is probably 25 meters tall. How about a hamster? A hamster is 7 centimeters or meters long. Yeah, I think a hamster is centimeters because he's really small. And you can do the rest on your own. Okay, good job today, grade 2s. That's all we have for our lesson on length. Remember, we measure the length of objects using centimeters and meters. Well done, everyone. And remember, I love you. Goodbye.